Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you can all hear me okay. We started a few minutes later. I think we still got some people dropping in. That's very good. I will start slowly because we passed 12 o'clock in the Netherlands. Welcome to this CM Telecom hybrid messaging webinar. My name is Sjors de Wild, and I'm trying to get to the next slide. Hope that's all running smoothly for you. As said, my name is Sjors de Wild. I'm a product manager for CM Telecom. I work normally in the London office, and I'm responsible for hybrid messaging product and also the CM security products such as one-time passwords and authentication products. I've been with CM now for about 3 years, and yeah, I mainly work now on the promotion of the hybrid messaging product. Hence, we are doing this webinar for you today to explain what this product is and how it can benefit your organization. For the people who don't know CM, a quick sheet with some figures for you. We're a fast-growing company. We're originally a Dutch company. We've been existing for 15 years now, and we have about 230 employees and 20,000 clients worldwide, and 70 million revenue in 2015. We got some offices. Mainly our focus is around Europe. We have offices in London, in Paris, Brussels, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, The Hague, Breda, and recently offices opened in Cape Town and Hong Kong. This is a quick overview of some of the products we sell. We're actually originally an SMS aggregator, so by our core products are mainly messaging focused. But recently we've also been doing payments, ticketing, voice solutions, app development, and most recently security solutions. Here's a sheet of some of our clients, some of our well-known companies that use our platform that we're very proud of. And well, let's go to the main reason you're all here today, hybrid messaging. And to start explaining what it is and what it does, I think it's probably good to go back to where this is coming from, and that is SMS. SMS is obviously seen as a tool that we've been using in the business industry for over 20 years, 30 years. And yeah, how even consumers move to new solutions such as WhatsApp and Viber, WeChat worldwide. SMS is still one of our favorite tools when it comes to customer engagement over the mobile phone, and it's used by many businesses. And it has a couple of reasons. SMS is still so effective that it reaches open rates of over 98%, and there's no other method that reaches anything like it. So there are a couple of reasons why we love SMS, and some figures show that. For example, in 2015, over 1,625 billion messages were sent from app to person or person to app, which means that it's more business focused. This could be an authentication, a marketing message, an appointment reminder. And why this is being used still is because the open rates are staggering, especially compared to email. It's so personal, and people read these messages within 3 minutes 90% of the time. And even smartphone users still use SMS daily. And it's not just that, it's also the fact that it's phone number based communication. Many companies know their clients by phone number as well. So by using the phone number to send a short message, which is always more powerful than an email, because SMS forces companies to be short in their message, which is more powerful, more effective. But over the recent years, as you all have noticed, from SMS we moved into the smartphone technology, and smartphones offer different solutions such as push technology. And why we love push as well is because it's faster, it's cheaper, you can be richer in content, and it's interacting and engaging with apps. And the smartphone penetration worldwide is steadily growing over the last 5 years and the next coming 5 years. Currently, we're at 3.5 billion smartphones, which is pretty much half the planet. And I don't have to tell you that smartphones are the future. So the big question is, how can you as a company still benefit from the methods used in SMS, but start using push as an outlet to save cost and benefit from those engagement advantages? So what is hybrid messaging? It's obviously a name we came up with ourselves because we think it describes very well what our platform does. And in one sentence, it is a dynamic message routing platform that automatically delivers through SMS or push. And to visualize this a bit more in detail, very simply said, if you send a message, a text message to a phone number through our messaging gateway, and if it reaches our platform, if we then see that this phone number is also linked to a mobile application, yours for example, we will then try to deliver the message through push. If the user on this phone number does not have the app installed, we will then deliver it through SMS. Or if the phone is offline, or if we fail to deliver the push message, we also fall back on SMS. Next to that, we can also fall back on voice platforms. Let's say a one-time password cannot be delivered through SMS or push. We can then even call the phone to read out the passcode. So what is hybrid messaging typically used for? Well, typically the same things you would use SMS for. It could be marketing, so in bulk traffic. But we have a very robust platform and we're connected to every operator in the world, so we can deliver that message fast and secure. You could use for notifications, flight delay, houses on fire, could be anything, or authentications. And SMS has been a very popular tool as a two-factor authentication method, where one-time passwords are sent through SMS. And we offer now a solution to also do this through the app. So we can send it faster and more secure through your app. We already have a couple clients using this, and I picked up 3 just to quickly describe how they use it and why. One of the apps launched in the Netherlands called Praktijk app, which is used for dentist appointment reminders. There's a software company that uses SMS to notify patients on their dentist appointment. This is because a no-show is expensive in the healthcare industry. So by sending out these reminders, people tend to show up more for their appointment. Since SMS is obviously also an expensive method, we use now hybrid to send the push notification to the app in case users have the healthcare app, or SMS to those who don't have the app. So on the sending side, really nothing changed. You keep sending SMS, but wherever possible, we will deliver it through push, which results in cost reduction. In South Africa, there's a big political party called the Democratic Alliance. The Democratic Alliance uses our hybrid platform currently for one-time passwords among the volunteers, the many volunteers they have. They have a few online portals where they can log in, and to make sure that they are who they say they are, we send a one-time password through SMS, or we send a one-time password to the Democratic Alliance authentication app that we developed as a push message. So they encourage all the volunteers to download the authentication app, which also is used to send them some news feeds. There's a direct cost save and engagement. Another company in the UK, QuickPay, they are a mobile prepaid top-up solution. People use it to top up their mobile prepay or their Nintendo or PlayStation prepaid. And they use the one-time passwords to verify who the user is by every payment through a push if they have the app, which in most cases they do. But also online users are being sent a message. Could be an SMS or a push, but it's also being used for marketing purposes. And it also allows them to even use a push-only solution. So some of the features that we have in Hybrid. First of all, it's multi-platform, which means that we are able to send push messages to iOS, Android, and the Windows platform. It's convenient because you only have one gateway and we are integrated with all of them. If there is anything new coming up in the future, like a Tesla car, for example, if we're able to send messages to it, we can add it to the Hybrid platform and you wouldn't have to do anything. It's very easy to integrate. First of all, you can use our SDK, which we have available for iOS and Android, or you can use one of our white label solutions. It's a secure solution. All the communication between the app and our servers are SSL encrypted. Every user is first time validated through an SMS code. So we know that the person who's receiving the push message is actually the person who they say they are. And we have a fallback system in case the push doesn't arrive. And we can fall back on SMS and voice. So let me dive quickly a bit deeper into this verification process, because you might wonder, how can we send a push message to a user? Well, first of all, they need an app for that. They can either use your app, which would be obviously the preferred choice, or you can download our Notifier app for free, which I will talk about a little bit more later. So what happens typically is that on first time startup of your app or an app update, the user is being asked to enter their phone number. This could be anywhere in the world. And once they enter their phone number, we send them a one-off verification passcode, as you can see in the second screen. When the user then enters that PIN code, we then can verify that this phone number belongs to this user, and then we link the push token of this app allows us to send a push message. We link it to the phone number. So when then the next time a message arrives on that phone number and we see, aha, the app is installed as well and it's verified, we can then deliver the message through push. So if you have your own app, it's not that complicated to get it hybrid enabled. We have a ready-to-go SDK available for iOS and Android. You implement that in your app, and it already gives you the features such as phone number verification, receiving the push notifications, and to display the messages later on in an inbox if you wish to. And as I said earlier, we have this Notifier app. This is in case you don't have your own app and you feel like hybrid could be a good solution for you. With this Notifier app, which is available in the iOS and Android app stores, you can verify your phone number, and then from our API or the online sending message tool, you can send messages to Notifier. Automatically, if the user doesn't have Notifier, we will deliver through SMS. If they have Notifier, we will deliver it as a push in Notifier. And Notifier has an in-app inbox, which is very similar to an SMS inbox. I can obviously not fully demonstrate the product as I am sitting behind the screen, but I would walk you through a simulation of a hybrid solution. So I would log in onto our CM platform, which would be login.cmtelecom.com. If you don't have an account with us yet, you can click on create your account, which would lead you to register.cmtelecom.com. And you can sign up for a free account, and if you do so, you will get a few free credits from us. So in this case, after this webinar, you can all go register yourself for an account, download the Notifier app, and then you can start trying it. So when you log in, you will get a dashboard like this. Here you see my dashboard, and then if I click on the top left, I get to see the apps I have access to. So one of the apps is Send Messages. So that tool we have to send messages. And in this case, I'm typing a test message, and I choose in this case, a fake phone number for testing purposes. The sender ID is the dentist, and from the send hybrid message, I have the option to select an app. By default, you can all choose Notifier or the app that you have. In order to add this app, we have another tool called the App Manager, which I would have to go back And if you see in the menu on the top right, we have an app called App Manager. In this App Manager, you are able to upload your push certificate. Might sound a bit technical, but trust me, a app developer would know what to do in this case. Once that has been done, your app would then show in the drop-down with sending a hybrid message. So in this case, I select Notifier because I have Notifier on my phone, and I send the message, and it will receive instantly as a push message. I can then open the message and see it in the app. In case I would not select Notifier, so no hybrid app, it would be sent as a text message. In this last case, if I were to select Notifier, but I don't have the app, I would also get a text message. Either way. So we guarantee in this way, let's say you have 1,000 customers, of which 400 have the app installed. You send one message to 1,000 users saying, I want to send this to my app. In that case, 600 of them will receive a text message. The other 400 will receive a push message. So what problems does it solve for you? Well, I wouldn't necessarily call them problems actually, but lowering cost, it remains secure. Faster delivery could be very useful. SMS could take up to 10 seconds. With push, it's more like 1 second. And the app engagement, which is one of my favorite USPs, because when you open a text message, that's pretty much it. You're in the SMS app. But if you open a push message, you open your app, which gives you, as an organization, the chance to engage with the customer. So to dive in the reducing cost, what does it mean? So currently our standard pricing is the push message will be charged 50% of the SMS price. On larger volumes, there can be custom pricing, but this is in general our pricing strategy. So how would you implement this? This is a quick recap. So you would sign up for an account. It's also important to define what type of messaging need you have, because in our app manager, we allow you to choose from bulk, one-time passwords, or critical messaging. To quickly explain what that means. With bulk messaging, we assume that it could be a marketing message or something that has a low critical level, where if we detect that the push message may not have been read or may have not arrived, we will not instantly fall back on SMS and increase the cost again. Now we will just wait until the user either comes back online or opens the push message eventually. With one-time passwords, the use case is slightly different. A user sits in front of a screen trying to log in somewhere, and then is then presented to a two-factor authentication process where he then will receive a one-time password on his phone. If the SMS or the push doesn't arrive, we want the user to actually be able to receive an SMS alternatively by clicking on didn't receive the message, and then we will send the SMS alternatively. But then we'll also make sure that not later when the phone comes back online, he will receive the push message as well as we will terminate it basically. And then we have one more feature or flavor called critical messaging. In this case, we would say, okay, user might walk on the street, he's maybe not paying attention to his phone, but we have a critical message. Maybe servers are down, house is burning down, name it, something critical. For then it's important to know that they receive the push message. If we can, for some reason, not detect that the push message is being received within or opened within, for let's say, 30 seconds, this is a configurable expiration time, we will then automatically fall back on SMS without even checking. So that is important. You either then implement with an SDK that we have available, or you can use our Notifier app, which I explained you can download from the iOS Apple Play Store, or the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. And then if you choose to connect your app to our platform, you can upload the push certificate, and we will give you a authentication token. And then you can start sending messages. And yeah, they will arrive in push once the phone number is verified, or as an SMS if it's not. This is, in short, what we had in mind for you as a hybrid messaging. I will now open my questions panel, and I can use this to answer some of your questions. And I see, is there already interface with Selligent or Tripolis? So we didn't integrate this necessarily with other third-party software. We expanded our SMS gateway to allow you to send to apps. So we added a parameter called app key, and if you use the app key of your app, we will then be able to send it as a hybrid message. But you can use our online interface to send messages as well, as I earlier demonstrated. Is anyone else having any questions? You can use the questions drop down. I will wait a few seconds, see if anyone feels the need to ask a question. If you wish to try this product, please go to our website, sign up for an account. If you feel you need some help, please contact us. Otherwise, it should be fairly straightforward for you to start sending and trying it out. Can we? I have a question here from Giovanni. Very good question. Can you also send to other IM apps like WhatsApp? So currently, instant messaging apps like WhatsApp do not have an official API that we can use. They are working on it. Recently, it was in the news. Technically, in future, hopefully that would be possible. Currently, we do not have an integration with it. It's a developing area, and we are keeping close eye on it. Hopefully very soon. Yeah, hopefully very soon. That would be obviously very interesting. Yeah. And wait, has another question. Can the end user respond to a message, and where will the message then be sent back to? So unfortunately, hybrid messaging is one-way messaging. And this, if you were to use SMS for two-way messaging, that is possible. So what will happen then, if you were to send a message to Notifier from a phone number where you can receive messages back on, you can then reply from Notifier, but it will then use the actual SMS app on the phone to send the message back. So we're not able to send a reply on push itself, so we can reply on only on SMS. And I found another question. Which user status we have to have, essential for business, or how to unlock hybrid? Daniel, would you care to explain it a little bit further for me? We also will send you a white paper after this presentation, and we will send you a survey. So you can tell us how you felt about this webinar. Question from Dimitri. He missed the beginning, so exactly where do I send hybrid messages? To my own app installed or at the customers? So if you have your own app or your customer's app, Dimitri, you can download our SDK, implement it. Once the user then opens your app, they will verify their phone number in your app, and we will then connect the phone number to the push token of the app. And then when a message reaches our platform, we will send it as a push message. We also have all documentation available on docs.cmtelecom.com and Help Center docs on help.cmtelecom.com. I'm getting many questions. Thanks for that. Can we monitor the send messages? Yes, we have a analytics tool. If you log into our platform, there's an analytics app, and then you can see what messages were delivered where, through which operator, or through which platform as push. For iOS, if the registered user doesn't receive the push message from whichever reason, or no SMS gets sent, is this correct? So on iOS, if we send a push message and the user's offline, for example, we will wait till the user comes back online, and then, because the lifetime is unlimited, I think it's about 3 days actually, the push message will still be delivered. Unless you choose the critical path, and we will fall back on SMS quicker and then terminate that push message. If hybrid messaging is worldwide available, yes, it is worldwide available for sure. No restrictions. Phone might be off, no signal. Yeah, exactly. So phone off, no signal. The push basically will be sit in a queue until you come back online. What happens when the push message hasn't been read? So, I mean, technically nothing. It's not that we decide if we can decide on the user's behalf if he hasn't read it or not. It's the same with SMS. But yeah, if the push message cannot be delivered, so with Android it's slightly different. We can actually we get more feedback from Android push platform than we do get from the iOS platform. So with Android we can see more accurately, even if the app is not running in the background, if the push message has been received okay. With iOS that's slightly different. We only get feedback when the app is running in the background. So here someone has already a CM Telecom account, Daniel. It says, hi, we have a CM Telecom account and implemented your SMS service via Java web application. We want to use Notifier and contact our customers. How do we do that? So it's very easy. There's an extra parameter called app key. If you go to the docs.cmtelecom.com and you check our hybrid or our SMS gateway documentation, you can find the Notifier app key, because you would need the Notifier app key. So that if you add that app key from Notifier to your API call, it will already work. Lorenzo is asking if messages are encrypted. Well, everything over our connection between the app and the servers are encrypted, yes. The timeout for critical, asked by Stefan. The timeout is configurable, so you can make it as short or long as you wish. Can we prevent the push notification of arriving after a period of time? So that is technically possible, yeah, with critical, but it then triggers a fallback on SMS. We are actually working on a later iteration where we would like to give more control even on the API, and for a user to decide if it should fall back or not. But that has some other challenges. But it's a good point. Which features are available on Windows Phone? So Windows Phone, we due to the lack of interest on this platform, we do have a hybrid API available for it, but we do not have an SDK on the shelf. So yes, you can use it. We can send push to it, but from the app you would have to call our API yourself, and you cannot use an SDK to simplify that. So there's an option to see if the message was sent, Gökhan. We have an analytics tool where you can see. We also give status reports. So we have a callback URL which we call on each message that has been sent. So the voice fallback is an asked question from Rob Test. That's a very interesting last name. So the voice fallback is requires one extra step. Actually, we would have to also sign up for a voice platform. But once done, we connect your voice account to your messaging account, and then there's an extra parameter available for voice fallback. So a good example could be, so we have a French client, a retail client that uses our one-time password solution, hybrid. So in this case, when we send a one-time password as push or SMS and it cannot be delivered, the user can choose a button, say, call me now, and then at that point we add an extra parameter to the API call which says use voice and in the preferred language, and then the message will be read out to the user. We are currently paying with the prepaid method. The support said we have to change to postpaid. Yeah, that is an older situation, Daniel. By now you can actually use it with a prepaid account since a couple of weeks. That's also one of the reasons we're having this hybrid webinar, because now everyone can use it. So you don't need the Essentials or Business account. You can use an online prepaid account and you can start sending. So there's no reason for you to wait any longer. Is there an initiation cost involved for setup? No, there's not. You can pretty much start straight away. We're happy to help with the integrations as well. If you have any questions. Does it make sense to implement hybrid messaging instead of just SMS when the smartphone penetration is low in my country? Interesting question. Yeah, I would say smartphone penetration is obviously growing everywhere. We were promoting hybrid in Africa, where obviously the smartphone penetration is quite low. But even if it's a 10% or 20% penetration, you could save on those 20%. So I think it would make sense, especially since it's growing. Is rich media possible through push? Not at the moment. I mean, it is obviously technically possible, but since we're extending the SMS message, we are just sending plain text. We are, however, working on interactive push, which would eventually then allow you to add actions on maybe shop now or deny or allow, those kind of things. If we do not have our internal development team, does CM provide professional service to assist with the implementation of the SDK? Yes, we do. We have an app development team. If you wish to for us to implement the SDK for you, which we can do fairly quickly, we're happy to do that. It would be a custom by the hour price, but yeah, we're definitely able to do that for you. And that was a question from Stuart. Thanks for all the questions. It's been really great. And let's see what else comes through. And all right, well, good for you to know. We have recorded this whole session as well, and in case you wish to see it later again or share it with a colleague, it will be available. We'll also send it around with a white paper and a little survey. I think we've the questions sort of start to stall now. So one more. Where can I see the price of developing an app? Daniel, I think it's probably best if you contact us directly. My email is on the screen. If you send me an email, I'll happy to work that out for you. We can do that for sure for iOS and Android. Okay, I think we have reached to an end. It was great to see how we had some engaging questions in the end. I hope you all thought the information was useful to you, and we hope to come back soon with more webinars. And yeah, you can definitely find more information on this product online. We have also recently produced a great video which explains pretty much the whole presentation in about 1.5 minutes. So make sure you otherwise Google search for hybrid messaging in YouTube. I would like to thank you all for attending, and yeah, wish you all well, and thank you.